Hey guys, Steve here. We are in the Hyunas again this time. We are at Ruth Lake, at least the trailhead, which is only 3/4 of a mile into Ruth Lake, but we're not actually going to camp at Ruth Lake. We're going to hike past that to Naomi Lake. At least that's the plan. With me is Murphy. Hi Murphy.
Hi.
And we're going to backpack this time.
Look, they're so happy. I love you, Joe. I love you too, Diana. Let's go be alone in the woods. That is incredible. So I can hear people already way over on the other side. In fact, I can see some. I don't know if you can see that or hear me with the wind blowing, but they're tiny. In real life, they're bigger than that. Just so you know, my expertise, my life experience tells me that girl is this tall, but only when she's over there. I think in person she might be bigger. Anyway, onward to Naomi, which should be at that far end of the lake and over the ridge. There's Ruth, sister Naomi, right there. A beginning backpacking trip. This isn't bad at all. Absolutely beautiful. I can't begin to tell you how beautiful it is here. I just want to be quiet for a minute and listen. Naomi Lake is right here. Right there. And we've decided to camp right down that flat area Murphy's headed to. Okay, so we got our tents set up. Basically these two tents, we're on a budget, so we bought them at Target for 30 bucks. Our packs are the Explorer 4000, made by Teton Sports. We have Alps Mountaineering self-inflating sleep pads. This is Murphy's fire pit. Not too shabby. Okay, this flat rock's come in pretty handy to just set our crap on while we work through it. Way out there.
I don't think there's any fish in Naomi Lake. Naomi is not putting out. Up on this hill over here we found a pool of looks to be rainwater, and we have it in our pot. Gathered it up with these two bottles. Now what I used to sterilize it was this. It's called a SteriPin. It uses UV light to basically strips all viruses, bacteria, pathogens of their DNA. So it doesn't kill them, but it makes them useless and basically makes them retarded. So here's our retarded water. But we're going to actually boil it on top of using the SteriPin. Watch your face, dude. Don't need your eyebrows. There we go. Look at this gorgeous sunset. This was lit very quickly with dryer lint and some magnesium shavings and some flint and steel. That should teach you to keep your dryer clean, shouldn't it? That could be your laundry room. Here's some more of that rainwater right here, and what we do is for 1 liter you push it once, and for ½ liter you push it twice, and the light will begin to blink. That means put it in the water, and as it makes contact with the water you can see the UV light is on. This right now is making complete idiots out of, if you could hear this, as we discussed earlier, Murphy. Yeah. If you could hear the pathogens scream, "Dear baby Jesus, what's happening to me? All my DNA is being ripped from my body." That's probably what they're saying. The pathogens are white trash. I don't know. It's not bad. It's only in the 50s, so we're not freezing cold. But the fire's nice and comforting. I'm going to pour my rice and beans into this. Our plan from here is just to finish dinner and hang out and talk by the fire and go to bed.
Well, good morning.
It's about 7:45. We went down to the lake to rinse our pots at night, get all the food out of them so we wouldn't attract animals, and we were stared at by a very big set of eyes that were forward facing and a large head. I don't know what it was, but it was laying in the trees near the lake just watching us. And when I shined my headlamp on him, it would just stare at us and blink and turn its head. I don't know what it was. It could have been a freaking deer, but we got all freaked out and came back to camp and built a huge fire. Stayed up till probably midnight. He's enjoying his GPS, his Pop-Tarts, and his cocoa, and that's what's on tap for breakfast. This is what happened to our high-end $30 Target tent. If you're gonna spend $30 on a tent that doesn't weigh much, keep in mind it's probably made from recycled garbage bags. Anyway, we're just finishing up breakfast and we're heading to Ruth Lake. Make fun of my car's fishing pole. Look what I got.
I haven't seen anyone else pull fish out yet.
We've been here how long? 10 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
Oh Lord, there he is.
Yep. He's a pretty good size.
There we go. Hold still. Brook trout. Mom, 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 mom.
I'm not even fishing. I'm just watching fish.
Moose has
So it's
one.
just consecutive. You're supposed to just go consecutive. 100 miles.
Another brook trout. Oh, he's big, dude. He's big.
Nice catch.
Thanks. Wow, look at him. That's the biggest fish you ever caught.
I didn't even know I had him.
They're violating me. Mom, mom. Well, Ruth puts out. She's easy.
Oh. He's in the wood. Oh, there he is.
Is he stuck in
No, he's out now.
Yeah, but
He swam over that way.
But I'm in the tree. I don't give a shit. I'm going in.
You don't have your phone on you, do you?
Right up to the boys. I'm so snagged, there's no way.
Wow. That blows.
Yeah. As you can see, I was pretty close. He's still over there in that cloud of silt, stuck to that tree. Here's the beautiful one that Murphy caught. Just incredible markings. Mine's a little smaller. Sizzle, baby, sizzle. Well, as you can see, camp is cleaned up. Looks like nobody was here except for that. Hey guys, Steve here with Utah Outdoor Adventures, and this is Antelope Island. This camp out is just me and Dylan, my 6-year-old son. Dylan and I are going to camp overnight in our new Eureka Solitaire tent. Dylan's already having a great time.
I circle our spot with the tent.
That's where we're putting it, right there. So we have a picnic table, a fire ring, a table, everything we need. The Eureka Solitaire is a stake down only tent. In other words, it's not freestanding. You have to stake it down. And this is my first time using it. And Dylan is doing the pee-pee dance. Have to go to the bathroom? They're the same. You could just pick one. See which one's open. What are you doing?
Blowing bubbles.
Blowing bubbles. Can I see? Go ahead and blow one. That's your bubble? Awesome. I told Dylan he could use this table for his camping setup. So what we have is his backpack and the tent pole he found and a whole bunch of toys and he's collected some gravel in some of his dishes. So he's ready to camp. That's a cucumber, by the way. I bought all these Gatorades because I know I'll drink them at home as well. This is our food bag, and then this is my dinner. It's a Mountain House meal. It's chicken breasts with rib meat and mashed potatoes. I've never had it before, so we'll see how that goes. This time I want to use this Espit Cube stove that I bought. Dylan and I have the hot chocolate, and also he's got his dinner, which is a couple of small cans of Beanie Weenies, huh? Awesome. Getting to be sunset-ish, as you can see behind me. We're gonna hike out that way toward the Great Salt Lake and just kind of do some exploring.
That's up ahead. Hi, Daddy.
Yep. Keep going.
And this is sand. really soft sand.
Dylan's my little prodigy.
So soft sand.
Filmmaker
And
guy.
look how far our car is. It's far.
Yeah, it's right there.
Far.
It's not that far.
Far. We're hiking to that thing.
We're never gonna get there if you keep stopping. So the object out there we're just curious about. I don't know if it's a rock or something else.
And it might be a tank. I don't know what it is. I think it's a tank or a tent. And up there is an airplane tent or a jet line up there. Dad, film it. Look.
He's talking about the white streak in the sky.
And our campsite and our car is so cute.
It's cute?
Yeah, look. Film it a little.
I did. I filmed it a little. You want to run up there? Okay, go ahead. Pants are falling down.
What is this?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
A supper?
That's a sock. So it's a big metal ball. And I've seen these around the Great Salt Lake. I'm just not sure what they are, to be honest. I'll have to look it up and post something on the screen about it.
So that water's so salty.
Yeah, if you put your finger in it and taste it, it won't hurt you. Just taste it. Just dip your finger in the water, not the mud. Dylan likes salt, huh? Okay. Yeah, you don't need that much salt though. This is so salty that fish can't even live in it. Just brine shrimp. What do you think?
Good.
No, I didn't mean about the flavor. Second in salinity only to the Dead Sea. We're gonna light our little Espit Q.
Ew, what's that smell?
It kind of smells like fish, huh? But it's the cube that's burning, and it's actually going to heat our water. Grass took. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it took. I got this grass from around our campsite, so that should tell you how quickly this island would go up in flames if somebody was irresponsible. Mine's almost done. Dylan's luckily just has to heat through. Did you taste them?
Yeah, they're good. Not hot dog yet.
They're not hot. I just warmed them.
Oh, hot dog fell off.
Well guys, it's 10 p.m. and we're snuggled into our tent. This tent is definitely a one-person tent, even with this little guy. I love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna go to sleep.
We will talk to you in the morning. Bye.
Bye.
Well, good morning, folks. It is 8 a.m. The sun is obviously in my face. I want to show you something out here that I just woke up to. This is amazing.
There he is, see him? That, my friends, is a buffalo. Waking up to buffalo and a rabbit running around, and the sounds that I'm hearing are just incredible. So our breakfast this morning is oatmeal, Pop-Tarts, and hot cocoa. How is it?
Too hot.
Too hot? Tasty though?
Yeah.
We've cleaned up for the most part. Make cleanup easier when we come back from our little hike to Buffalo Point. Oops.
Actually, you take that way.
I already went this way. Wow, dude, check out that huge rock.
I want to be at the top of that rock.
Okay, well, no. Don't fall. Oh, no. Dylan. Dylan, get down.
Okay.
It's my little adventure having guy. He's of everybody in the family. He's the daredevil. He said he was going to the top of that rock, and he did. It's the journey, not the destination, you know? These are memories with him, not about climbing a trail and reaching a point. Can't think of anything better in the whole world. I really can't.
I'm in my house.
That is awesome, so let's check this out. Look at the inside of this.
Dad, I found a king rock with a spider web in it.
This was all made by a lake. This wasn't made by people, buddy. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. You're on my video, you know.
You're on my video. Let's go.
Look at that rock.
Yes, that's a rock. I think this is as far as we're gonna go, bud. We're gonna sit here and have some Gatorade and some water and rest for a minute. Well, we're back from our hike. We had a lot of fun. We're both beat. It's about 11:30 in the morning. We've had some really good experiences here. Really enjoyed camping here, except for those moron neighbors we had last night. They're gone. I guess they just came up here to get drunk and go home in the morning. So they can kiss my ass, but the rest of the trip was really good. Time to break camp. Here we go.
Utah Steve here, out for another backpacking adventure, first one of the year. Doing a solo hike this time. I've been wanting to do a solo overnighter for a long time, and I never have. I am in the high Uinta Mountains today, and I am hiking into Teal Lake. I'm really excited about this trip. I found a good spot. There are a lot of bugs, but I've got bug spray, bug nets, all kinds of things, because I've kind of counted on the bugs. And as soon as I get camp set up, I'm going to go fishing. Here's my fire pit. I've got my cook set, a couple of lights there. I got my Camelback water bottle full of water. This is my food bag, and then we have my pack that has my water bladder. A couple of electronic items I had to bring that added to the weight, but It's the only way I can show this camp out. And of course my Sawyer Squeeze Mini system. All right, the tent. Now, I'm kind of bummed about this. I wanted to bring my Eureka Spitfire. I don't know what happened, but I misplaced the tent. Not the poles, not the stakes, just the tent body. And the hammock. This is a cheap $15 bug net I bought for it. I really just brought it to relax in. And there's camp. Now off behind me, the sun is beginning to go behind that mountain. I'm gonna go catch a fish for dinner after I have a short snack. I'm all set up, ready to go. Let's go find a good spot, maybe catch some dinner. Looking forward to this, see what Teal Lake has to offer. Look at this view. Sun's gone behind the mountain. So far, no bites. There's always tomorrow, right? I think we're gonna head back to camp. As you can see, I put on my puffer coat and my beanie. It got a bit chilly and I am starving. I'm looking forward to that mountain house meal. I need to get a fire going. So here's what my stroganoff looks like right now. So I decided to go hike around the camp a little bit, looking for a place to hang my bear bag tonight. And I found a lemon. Perfectly good, still ripe, not rotten or shriveled up. Someone just threw it in the woods. I'm gonna hang on to this for the fish. When I catch that fish, this lemon is getting put to good use. Well, let's check our progress here. Yep. Pretty good fire, huh? It's putting out a lot of smoke because some of the wood is damp, but that's good. All the bugs disappeared when that smoke started coming out. Gonna be toasty tonight. Our mountain house is definitely done by now, so let's go ahead and open it. Oh yeah, look at that. Well guys, I have no idea what I look like right now. I could look totally creepy and not even know it because I don't have a flip screen on this camera. The fire has died down. It's down to coals and I'm not going to rejuvenate it. It is 10 p.m. I'm just going to relax here in the hammock. Try to get in the zone ready for bed before I climb in the tent. Really need to just chill. The moon is out. The stars are out. Coming out anyway. And I would show you, but all you'll see is a mosquito net. So that's it for right now. I'll tell you what, this head net is worth its, well, I'd say it's worth its weight in gold, but it doesn't weigh much. It was about 12 bucks at a sporting goods store. And I know it looks ridiculous, but I've got long sleeves on, long pants on, my shoes. The only thing exposed is my head, and they love it. And I put this on, sprayed it with bug spray, put it on. They're all over my camera, but they're not bothering me. The plan right now is before I have breakfast to go hit the lake one more time, try to fish a little bit. I am quite literally the only person fishing on the entire lake right now. Fish are jumping. I had a really good bite just a bit ago and he's not biting anymore, so I don't know if he got my bait or if he's just testing it and didn't like it, but I'm gonna check it just to be safe. He got my bait. At least I know they like it. Well guys, I have cast in several times along the shore here and not even had a bite. Other than the few bites I got earlier, I haven't had anything. Right now, I'm really hungry. I need breakfast. So, I take that back, guys. I got one. I got one. Oh, look at that. It's a tiger trout, and I hooked him in the top of the head. I got him right in the top of the head. He didn't even take my bait. He must have jumped on it when I started reeling it in. See that? Got him right there. So he is very lively, very active, because he didn't swallow my hook. He got hooked in the top of the head, and he has all of his energy. Did not expect that one. I don't know if you consider that a legitimate catch or not when you accidentally hook them in the top of the head, but it's a fish story to tell, isn't it? Look at that baby burn. I'll let that burn down to coals. Then I'm going to put the fish on my little grill I brought here. This weighs almost nothing. It was easy to bring. Stuff it in my pack and it's out of the way. Well, I've decided to lay in the hammock. It was a good breakfast. I'm nice and full and contented. I feel so incredibly relaxed and calm. I really needed this overnighter. And I might even doze for a little while. Then my only plan really is to possibly have lunch and then head home. I guess that's about it for now. Here's a look at my surroundings. Above my head, nothing but pristine forest. Of course, camp is over here. Well guys, it's afternoon. I'm not really hungry. That breakfast was so big that I just don't want to have lunch right now. So I'm gonna skip lunch. I told my family I'd be home early afternoon, so as long as I leave now, they won't worry that, you know, I got eaten by a bear, or as one of my friends put it, that I got my arm stuck in a rock and had to saw it off. I hope you enjoyed this outing as much as I did. It was my first time solo in the woods in my entire life. And I want to tell you, it has been a very rewarding experience. I will absolutely be doing this many, many times in the future. So I'm Utah Steve. Thanks for joining me on Utah Steve Outdoors, and I will see you out on the trail. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't think we ever get hit to these things on time. At least I don't.
I'm not either. I mean, I got here the earliest I could have.
So we have to register so that they can find our bodies later.
Because if Steve falls down a cliff, I'm not getting him.
That's right. Yeah. We have a deal. We just DNR. Do not resuscitate. Do not rescue. Just every man for himself.
Right.
Almost to Ruth Lake. Climbing areas that way. But we are not camping at Ruth Lake.
We're going out in the bush, man, and we're gonna adapt to survive.
We're gonna eat leaves and dirt, crap in the woods. We're actually going to be camping at Hayden Lake. We're at Ruth Lake, and we're headed that direction to the north or the west end of it. So that's Ruth. So that's what we just came up right there. And Hayden Lake is, seriously, I'm pretty sure it's right over that ridge.
Right close to the big one.
Yeah.
Right close to the big one.
Yep. We're there. Got a little dippy coming over the pass, hey Joe?
Yeah, here.
This is Hayden Lake. It's beautiful.
Alright, well, there's a fire pit.
Yeah. Downpour. There's my setup. All my gear's under there protected. Mr. T-Max over there. You can see his legs. So I just used the thermometer. Yeah. I'm talking to the camera. It registered 44 degrees. Why on earth would anyone camp in a tent? Camping in a hammock is much more comfortable.
This is so much better.
Oh yeah.
It's easier for just sitting in. It's easier for getting in and out of bed.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable just for sitting out a storm.
Yep, it really is.
Yeah. Hey guys, brand new chameleon hammock.
That's right.
If I don't fall on my ass.
Man, that would be epic. That would go in slow motion. Ooh, that tree's creaking.
I'm a heavy dude. Oh.
Don't you hate that? Oh, you're almost sitting on the ground. You might want to bring
I could
that
slap
up.
my own ass from there. I'd slap my own ass if it was good looking.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I can't breathe up here. I might need to lower. Oh shit, can you toss my shoe back? Here's a shoe, Steve.
Thanks, man. I need to take a picture. That's too funny. Here's our fire pit. I don't know how wet the wood is around here. Nice little convenient kitchen table right there. Beautiful. Just a beautiful, perfect campsite. Lake, perfect fire pit. Trees spaced just perfectly apart so we can have our hammocks near each other for those romantic candlelight dinners that we plan on having. Joe's over here setting up.
Trying.
Lasagna with meat sauce. Nice choice. Pro Pack.
Tasty stuff.
MRE. Air Force.
Nope,
Here's our
sure.
main course. Ratatouille. Osmotic cranberries. Pound cake. Crackers. Peanut butter. Chocolate dairy shake powder.
Oh.
Right there. I'm gonna try this milkshake. So seal the bag.
Shake the bejesus out of it.
There's the milkshake all shook up.
Milkshake
T-Max.
brings all the girls to the yard.
That's right. So they should be showing up any time now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really thick. This is like drinkable pudding.
Burn, baby, burn. Burn it.
Is this a homemade thing?
Yeah. The alcohol stove is and pot stand.
Nice. Well, this is my MRE trans fat-free spice pound cake.
Whoa.
So here it is. It is very dense. Holy cow. You want to try a piece?
I would very much like peace. I would very much like peace. I would very much like peace. Dense bread.
It's really dense.
Very good.
Is it?
Well,
I need to be alone with my pound
maybe
cake.
two. Yeah.
I need to...
It kind of looks like baby food or something, but
Review of the southwestern style tuna.
it's not very good. At least not in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it has a weird aftertaste.
Ratatouille. Made with real rat. Here's what it looks like. It looks quite delicious. Ooh, that sauce has a kick. Kind of tastes like Chef Boyardee. Night has fallen and decided I can hear the fish jumping out here. I've decided I'm going to leave my pole here for the night.
I have made fire.
Damn. I mean, golly.
Gosh darn it.
Oh, I'm gonna stand up on this rock. That thing is, you can't tell in the video, that's really reaching.
It's going up.
That is an incredible fire. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's like a blowtorch.
It's really going now. So you don't have to be drunk to have fun.
That's right.
I was up most of the night, I think. Up peeing and
And I farted a lot.
Nice.
a lot.
Yeah, there was no fish on the fishing pole, but the bait was gone. Here's the bear bag.
Yeah, so I was opening up my bear bag, or my food bag that we had hanging up last night, and some little critter was trying to get to the food, I guess, and it crapped all over it, and then it got all over my finger.
Yeah, it was still wet, right?
It's still wet, gooey.
Gross. Here's my breakfast. Got 2 packages of grits and a Belvita, however you say that. Belvita. Some fish bait. No, I'm just kidding. Mr. T-Max is gonna cook up some Spam. Anyway, our table's a mess. If the neighbors come over, they're gonna be like, "Hey, you guys are slobs."
We'll be embarrassed.
Here's the rest of it. Dang.
So I'm going to heat up enough water for some coffee and my breakfast scrambled eggs, and then I'm hopefully going to keep it going and fire up some this little frying pan. I'm going to fry up some Spam single for us. Half your audience just barfed, I'm pretty sure.
So we will have some meatage, if you can call that meat. I don't know if you can.
Some in there.
It's probably just skin.
That's gross. Toes and ears.
All right, we have boilage. How's that Spam?
It's coming.
Joe and I are going to go for a little hike, not a big one, just over to the end of the lake. Let's just see what's over there. And look at this meadow. It's beautiful. I ask you, why wouldn't you come out here?
Makes you want to do this.
Yes, except there's a camera in one of my hands. Wow, it's so clear. Dude, I'd be an idiot not to.
So little air, so many need to breathe.
I am thinking we're going to die. That is no good. Man, anyone who camps right there must be real weird and geeky.
I know, probably.
I mean, who gets a blue tarp?
I don't know. Like everything's blue down there. What's up with that?
That's so weird.
Pole's right here. Pull the line loose and see if it pulls back. Nah. And Joe said that they're jumping like crazy over here. We'll let Joe pick the spot this time because obviously
My spots suck.
This wasn't your scan.
after some consideration I've decided to go over to the side. This is the spot where they keep jumping. That's a pretty good spot right there. I was just reeling in my line and my bait's floating right out there because a fish jumped on it. He came right out of the water and I don't know if I've hooked him or not. Yeah, I have. Come here, you little bugger. Oh, I've also got a big log attached to my line. Okay, there we go. He's a brookie and he's a keeper. Nope, he's not a brookie. That is a tiger trout. Woohoo! So we put a little bit of water in with it because we don't have any oil. And so far, you can see that some of the meat's already cooked. It's only been in there a few minutes. We don't have a lid, unfortunately.
Left it at home.
Yep.
Along with a lot of other things. Yeah. We both forgot a lot this trip.
Yeah, what did you forget?
Oh man.
I know, you
I'm
can't
not
remember
awake
what
enough.
you forgot.
Look at that coming along.
Yeah.
That side's almost done and then I'll flip it back over.
Nice. It smells so good. So something else we don't have is plates. So what we're gonna do is use these rocks as plates. Nice. Oh, this is amazing. And I know some people would pay some good money. Maybe not on rocks, but
Right.
definitely to eat. And Joe thought to bring salt and pepper, so
And
see if
we're,
these are any good.
Just like these guys in this picture, we're smiling and having a good time.
That's right.
Just like it.
Look how clean they are.
Totally cliche. Yeah.
Well, guys, the time has come. It is time to depart. And I appreciate you watching. Mr. T-Max appreciates you watching. and we're gonna take 4 days to do this. But we're gonna enjoy the journey and have a lot of fun in the process. You ready for this?
Yep.
And here's our trail. What's our elevation?
We're at 9,649 feet.
Now it's 28 miles round trip. And we're just sitting here on the bank of the river.
Just like Grandma used to do.
We have reached Elkhorn Crossing, Dollar Lake, Kings Peak. Someone wrote it in Sharpie. Throw it down, just like make sure it knows its place. We're gonna camp in this area somewhere. We don't know where exactly yet. And then tomorrow we're gonna get up, eat breakfast, another 4 miles to our next location.
I was thinking over there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Woo! And we found this clearing that looks just right. Whoa! I am so glad to have that off my back. It's like getting divorced.
Currently at 10,336 feet.
So Murphy had it pretty easy. He's already eating dinner. Here's his tent. It's a one-person Alps mountaineering tent. Here's my setup. I went with the hammock instead of my Spitfire tent. I'm starving. We're gonna sit down and have an MRE before Murphy finishes dinner, hopefully. We're gonna try this beef snack. I'm gonna let Murphy have some too, see what he thinks. It looks like dog treat, kinda. Tastes like a dog treat, kinda.
It does. Except like sweeter.
We know because we eat dog treats. Look at that. Ooh, just the right amount of kick too. Well, dinner is over. The sun is getting lower. Murphy and I have assembled a fire pit for the night. Murphy gets tired, he gets very quiet. Murphy's just climbed in his tent. Say goodnight, Murphy.
Night.
So guys, day one is over. We will see you in the morning. Well, good morning guys. It is about 7 a.m. Last night when I went to bed, right here where this new mound of dirt is, was my water bottle with my filter attached. It's gone. So some critter stole my water bottle. Hey Murphy, you didn't grab my water bottle in the night, did you?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, mystery solved. The animal that took my water bottle was Murphy. Let's get this fire going, and it's gonna be a rager. Well, it's not quite the rager I had envisioned. It's breakfast time. The breakfast is over. It was fantastic. And we're heading to the river. We're out of water. His hands don't have to get ice cold like mine. Now our fire pit, the ring is gone. The ashes are buried. On to the next campsite. Here's our sign, and we're heading to Dollar Lake. We were thinking that was Kings Peak, but it's actually right there. That is the highest point in Utah. Okay, we found Dollar Lake. Look how clear that is. Look at that. And we found this nice little grove that will do perfectly. Here's his setup. I'm right here. So I just pulled this huge boulder out of this hole. I'm going to clean up the outside of it, put some rocks around it. That'll be our fire pit. We're going to have dinner. We're going to do that now, and then we're going to make a fire. What do you have tonight?
Chicken and mashed potatoes.
My dinner tonight is Southwest beef.
Nom 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 nom.
We got our bear bags hung over the amazing horizon as the sun goes down. So does ramen burn? Let's do some science. Just set the brick on there and let's see what happens. So maybe you can start a fire with ramen. That would be interesting. Murphy's alarm went off at 7, but neither of us really heard it. Hurry and eat breakfast and get on the trail. No time to waste. We have a 10-mile day today. Ready?
Yep.
Coming up on a sign. Gunsight Pass right over there between those two mountains. That's Gunsight Pass. We have to go over that.
These little guys make the funniest sound. Cute. Here's where we came from. Made it over the pass. Woohoo!
And we're at 11,848 feet.
There you go. And higher still. And we're heading up there. Thin air. I don't know what our altitude is, but it's high. We've really come up here. Slow and steady wins the race. We are literally at the base of Kings Peak. Murphy and I are not sure if we want to push for the peak. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I have no words. That's insanity. My goodness. This is the way to the peak. So this is what 12,700 feet above sea level looks like. That's another 1,000 feet. What are your thoughts? And so it's decided Kings Peak will not happen on this trip. So we didn't make it to the absolute peak, but we did accomplish a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. We're gonna make our way back down. Can't even describe this feeling. It's sort of a dizzy, sleepy feeling. I want to go to sleep. I hiked to this ridge right here just before Kings Peak, 1,000 feet more. Finally made it back to camp. It was pretty nasty coming back. We had some bad experiences. I think we're just gonna eat, call it a night. We'll see you in the morning for day 4. 11 hours of sleep. That's how exhausted I was. Murphy's still asleep. So what happened on our hike is Murphy became really exhausted. I had a headache. I became dizzy. Couldn't stop drinking water. Part of my problem was how sluggish I felt when we came over Gunsight Pass and we were in the shadow of that mountain. The wind was blowing really hard. I became borderline hypothermic from sweating so much and then getting in the shade with all that wind blowing on me. Mentally, I was starting to freak out, and I started to realize that those other symptoms I was experiencing were altitude sickness. Neither of us expected that this would take all day, and the reason it took all day is because of exhaustion and altitude sickness. I feel restored today. I'm not sore. I have all my mental faculties back. I've never undertaken a trek quite this long before, so I was underprepared. It was a massive learning experience. Today's plan is to hike back down to Elkhorn Crossing and camp, and then tomorrow morning we hike back to the car. Usual breakfast. Anyway, it was quite the adventure. I don't regret anything. I think we accomplished a lot together, father and son, wherever he went. My son has disappeared, so just father, I guess. Okay, breakfast is done. We're kind of getting our wits back about us ourselves, even Murphy, huh? Seems a little more chipper. We're gonna go down to the lake and replenish our water again. Now mind you, I'm soaking my filthy feet after I filtered water. Murphy too. What a scene to soak your feet in. Caught this little bugger sneaking food that I left him. Go away, this is my camp. Yeah, you're right, you were here first. He's been hanging out with us the whole time we've been here. So it's getting close to time to eat lunch and leave this camp. So lunch is the usual ramen, spam. Well, that's it. I've taken my hammock down. We had lunch. It's my lunch spot right there. Murphy looks like he's ready to go. And here's our fire pit. You can kind of tell it used to be a fire pit. Looks like it did when we got here. Say goodbye. All right. Downhill from here. And hopefully a lot of shady trees. A little over an hour, we made it back to Elk's Horn Crossing. So we're gonna hike down the trail about halfway to the parking lot and find a place to camp. My bladder's full. Spank my bladder. And so we hiked off trail down into here and we found this amazing clearing with this huge freaking dead tree. But in this amazing clearing is a fire pit. We've decided this is home for the night. Murphy and I, after much discussion, have decided this fourth night of our adventure up here has come to an end. We're tired. It took me a while to even set up my shelter. Couldn't seem to organize my thoughts. And we're gonna hike out of here and leave tonight. As neat as that campsite is, we're tired. But there comes a time when civilization calls, and right now I'm thinking about a hot shower, 2 little boys that I haven't seen all week, and we'll see you in the next adventure very soon. I'm Utah Steve. And that's Utah Murphy. Welcome to my secret spot. This is somewhere I've been many times, but this little clearing is top secret. Right now I have a pack to undo, the tent to set up. Okay, so you are looking at the Snug Pack bunker. This is a 4-season tent. Then over here we have my ridge line. I've got just about everything I have hanging from it. I just hung my pack over here. I hung my water bag, my bladder from this tree here. This is going to be our cooking area. Temperatures are in the 50s. So now that I'm cooling down from setting up camp, I'm starting to feel the cooler temperatures, probably low 50s right now. And that's it. That's our setup right now in my favorite little clearing that nobody knows about but me, as far as I know. Okay, so I've got some smaller twigs here, and I've collected a bunch of larger sticks here for our stove. I'm actually not cooking dinner, but I will be cooking breakfast on this. Dinner tonight is, you guessed it, an MRE. Tomorrow morning breakfast is corned beef hash. And if I'm here for lunch, it'll be ramen noodles with Spam. But it will be nice to have a little fire here without building an actual fire pit. These little bellows are amazing. They're great. Really gets the fire stoked. But you got to remember when you've had it in there, not to push it shut when it's still hot. As you can see, I branded myself. Just
wasn't thinking. It's like, you know, Raiders of the Lost Ark when he grabs that medallion in the fire. I'm not starving yet, but I'm getting hungry enough, and there's enough light still that we're going to have menu 19, beef patty, jalapeno, pepper jack. I'm not going to eat the whole thing like I usually do. I'm going to eat just the main course. Dessert is cherry and blueberry cobbler. And we'll have that for breakfast with the corned beef hash. That sounds good. In the meantime, we've got this beef patty. That's what that is in there that needs to be warmed up. We've got tortillas to put everything on. There's an oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. That would be good with lunch tomorrow. The main course literally is, it appears, just a beef patty. But it does come with this ketchup. So we're going to put ketchup on our tortilla and eat our beef patty. Okay, so I've got it heating up, but this heating element isn't doing much. There's a very slight sizzle going on in there. So I may be eating a cold meat patty with ketchup. A ketchup sandwich, 2 tortillas, and a meat patty. So yeah, kind of a lazy man's hamburger. I don't know. I think that's the most heat we're getting out of that heating element. So let's go ahead and assemble our amazing dinner. I should have brought a steak and cooked it over this thing. I don't know. There's a beef patty in there with some cheese on it. Okay. It looks like a horrible impersonation of McDonald's McRib sandwich. Not even that much ketchup. Here goes. That's really weird. I don't really like it. If I was at home, I would throw this away. But this is my dinner. I'm going to have to choke it down. It tastes more like flavored pressed cardboard than actual meat. That's gross. What a way to end my case of 12 MREs with this piece of crap. Kind of wish I'd eaten this earlier in the year. What do you think? Would you eat that? There won't be a second time for this. Ooh. Do I have to, Mom? Can I just eat part of it and then go out and play? You ever seen Jeremiah Johnson? When he ends up married to that Native American lady against his will, and she cooks for him for the first time, and he has to walk over and politely spit it out and tell her he's full. I bet this is what that tasted like. And it's time to go hang the bear bag. Well, you guys can't see a whole lot, but I do have my little fairy lights on. Whatever you want to call them. Hanging up inside the tent here. It seems like midnight, but seriously, it's like 6:30 p.m. Anyway, guys, there's not really much I can film in the next couple hours before I actually go to sleep, so I guess that's it for today. It was a pretty uneventful night. There were a lot of owls, probably 4 or 5 different owls, all through this forest, talking to each other all night. Even for the store brand, that's fantastic. So good. This is way better than dinner was last night. But I found this. Mustard. So last night's dinner also came with a mustard packet. So we're going to eat this cherry blueberry cobbler. Can't be worse than that fake meat patty I ate last night. A ketchup sandwich with tortillas. I remember this now. This is that purple throw-up stuff. Doesn't that look like puke? Like you went blueberry picking and overdid it and then puked on your way back to the car? Oh look, it even has like a snotty, gooey... That's not bad. It doesn't taste as bad as it looks. All gone. I am really distracted right now. Oh hey, there's a squirrel over there. I really enjoyed these MREs, except for that. Last night dinner was the worst, not just the worst MRE I had in that box, but the worst meal I may have ever eaten. Well guys, it is approaching lunchtime. I just ate breakfast because I slept in, so I don't think I'm going to spend lunch here. So I'm just going to pack up and head out. Thank you for joining me at my secret spot. I'm Utah Steve. Do yourselves a favor. Steal some chickens, run amok downtown, and play with a bunch of Barbie dolls. No, that's not how it goes. It's get off the couch, get outside, and have some fun. The views are amazing. So here we have the Fair Lake Trail. We have options. Look at all the flowers, the wildflowers. Lots of them. My friends, we've already reached Fair Lake. That was easy, huh? And we'll either camp right on the shores, which is very possible, or hike further on the other side. I'm not sure. Just depends on what I see and how I feel about it. How's that for a view? Well, we've reached the other side. I'm still not 100% on camping right here. We're just gonna keep following the trail. It's only another half mile to the next lake. We are about halfway between Fair Lake and Shepherd Lake, but I really think Shepherd Lake is my destination. Feels right. Oh my goodness, guys, this is the trail. We are almost there. I just checked. This is a seriously deep rocky ditch right through there. My hike out of here is all up that. So yay. Ask me if all those rocks were worth it, because right now I'm looking at this. Welcome to Shepherd's Lake. We need to follow the trail until we find us a good campsite. We came in right over there. That's what we came down, all of that. Okay guys, time for a little show and tell. Over here we have our water source. I have filtered 3 liters. So I've got my Espit cook pot, should I need it. I've got my Mora knife. I showcased this sharpener my son gave me for Father's Day last time. This is a multi-tool. This is a 1000 lumen flashlight, saw. This is a fishing pole that I found on my last outing with my boys. This is the Eureka Spitfire, little sit pad. That's our food bag, my little blue cup. Oh, of course, the hammock. I don't know if I'll need a fire unless I catch a fish. I'm gonna make dinner and then I'm gonna fish. Got these little meat sausages, breakfast biscuit, granola bar, and dinner is, voila, of course, another MRE. We have MRE trans fat, fat-free lemon poppy seed pound cake. Here's some hot sauce. accessory pack, peanut butter, and my favorite kind of jelly, grape jelly, pretzels, bread for the PB&J, carbohydrate electrolyte, beverage powder, grapes. This is our beef stew. That's good. Grape Gatorade in a blue cup. I'm all set up the way I like it. Let's get this in the water and see if it works. Yeah, it's not cooking anymore. It's nice and warm. And it's a lot thicker than I thought it would be. It's good, it's really good. It tastes like Dinty Moore. Not to be confused with Dimmy Moore. I don't know what she tastes like. I forgot to offer. Want some? There's what it looks like. Want some? If I was a bear right now, I would maul me for this. Well, I'll tighten the line a little. It's not tight at all, which means nothing's pulling on it. I was hoping I'd at least catch something and let it go. Beautiful. Isn't it? Why wouldn't you want to come here? My line is not tight, guys. Still loose. I may leave it there for the night. In fact, I think I will. Well, let's put it... There we go. There, he can't pull that in the water, right? I think the plan is to hang the bear bag. So I'm walking through here, trying to find a good place to hang it. I found this fire pit here. If necessary, here's some firewood. Since I wouldn't have to gather any firewood, maybe Utah Steve will have a campfire. Oh, I think I did it. I did it. Come here, you. Get up there. Success. It makes me very happy. I thought I'd be spending forever on that. Okay, I figure for the size of fire I want, that's good enough to get it going, and 3 logs ought to do me. We'll come back and do that in a sec. I wanted to show you this. Apparently this other campsite I got the firewood from is also the campsite where the serial killer lives. There's your smiley face that somebody left. But then I noticed this. The handle's missing, but that looks like a butcher knife to me. A machete, actually. Welcome to dusk on Shepherd Lake. There we go. Just let it slowly get bigger. And you thought I wasn't going to have a fire. Got the big log on top now. That's all I really need. Well guys, I am inside the tent. That's about it guys for today. Thanks for sticking by me through this craziness. Gonna get some shut-eye and I will see you guys in the morning.
Good morning guys. It is about 6 a.m. and guess what? My fishing pole line is very, very taut right now. Yeah, we got a fish. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, calm down there, buddy. It's a nice brook trout, and he's big enough to eat. Let's get some better lighting on him. Whoa, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? I wonder how long he was on there. He seems kind of tired.
So I was on there all night. It's been quite a struggle, actually. I'm looking forward to being breakfast. Whoa!
I'm gonna put him on the stringer, keep him alive for a while we build a fire. Whoa! Now you might be wondering why I have such a raging fire. We're gonna need lots of good hot coals to cook that fish on. Okay, I've got a fork on either side of the fire. This is really obvious, but one right there, one right there. I just need a nice long stick to go across the top. I got him rigged up here. I got him over some nice hot coals. Fresh brook trout roasting on an open fire. Well guys, I think it's time to put him on the plate. I think he's well done. Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfectly cooked. It's got a nice fire roasted flavor. It's so good. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this fish. Let the fire die down before I douse it with a bunch of water. Before the sun gets too high in the sky, we have to hike uphill all the way back to the car. It's actually quite a beautiful hike and well worth it. I have a visitor. Whoop. He's been hanging out with me. They're looking for my leftovers. Well, my friends, no more hammock, no more tent, no more anything. And our fire is dead out. Soaked it. And it is now 9:52 a.m. is all it is. We'll probably be back to the car by 11. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, we have to hike up that. I would say probably a 100% chance of getting rained on at some point. Here it comes. As you can see, it's raining. I've taken shelter under this spruce. Look at the waves on that. It helps to come prepared. I'm glad I brought the rain gear. We got a river going down the trail. Hayden Lake is up there, and then beyond Hayden Lake is Jewel. Rainy Hayden Lake. Good memories here. I'm having a great time hiking in the rain like this. Yep, we're here guys, already. Quite the adventure getting in here, wasn't it? Welcome, my friends, to Jewel Lake. It looks like the easiest way to find a campsite is going to be around the lake that way. Somebody's built a lean-to right here. Look at this. That's amazing. Somebody really put some work into that. Here's the entrance. And we've reached the far end of the lake. As you can see, sun came out, beautiful. What do you think broke that? Isn't this a sign of Bigfoot? I mean, something had to bend that down like that. There's a fire ring right here and a nice clearing. So I found our home for the night. Let's walk in there and figure out where everything's gonna go. Okay, we got it. There's my setup. It's kind of squirrely. It is not raining anymore. Right now though, I'm pretty hungry. Tonight's dinner is Mountain House beef stew, which I'm not fond of. This is my Mora neck knife. There we go. Mountain House awaits. Well, now we got steam shooting out, so it must be boiling, huh? There you go, nice and hearty. Oh, want some? I mean, it's good. I guess I'm used to beef stew tasting a certain way, and it just doesn't quite have that taste. After this, we explore. Let's go up here. I'm curious what's up the trail. I know there's a meadow of some kind up here. Look at this. That's beautiful. I often will pick the best site I can find. And then as I go out and hike and explore after camp's set up, I find a better one. It's good size. We might as well explore the meadow. A long dead tree still standing. This probably got hit by lightning and it got burned and knocked over. I took some serious effort right there. But the food, the garbage, everything that smells is up there. My battery is dying. It's time to switch batteries, settle into the tent, hope for a good night's sleep. Good night, Teal Lake. Good night, Lofty Peak. Let's go climb in the tent. Good morning. It is 6:30. My plan is just to have breakfast and get out and explore the other lakes while the weather is still respectable. Our scrambled eggs. See, it's burning pretty good there. Sounds like we have boiling water. We do. Want some? If you do, you're weird. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can eat this. Do birds eat eggs? This is disgusting. I'm gonna get out the GPS right now and figure out where to get back on trail to find the other lakes. We have a raging river crossing here. We made it. So we're gonna hike through this meadow. We're up above the meadow now. And Teal Lake behind us. Made it through our second meadow. The trail continues this way. So it looks like we're gonna go up and then we're gonna drop down and then we should be at Cutthroat Lake. There's Cutthroat Lake. Not too shabby, huh? We have to go this direction to find Teal Lake. Okay, on the map there's this pond and that pond and we're heading straight through, passing both of them. I have found Teal Lake. That is Teal Lake, and it is big. There's the lake. But we are at the top of this. I'm gonna go back over this way where there's a trail going down. We're almost there. We made it. Teal Lake. Everybody. Teal Lake. This big rock looks like a good place to hang out. Something to talk about. You can see it's already starting to happen. Big dark clouds starting to scud across the sky. I do not want to be packing my gear when it's pouring rain. It's getting darker and cloudier as I sit here. So I've got the pack back on. Gonna hike back. Look what these clouds are doing. Look how they're starting to reach down to the earth. And then according to the GPS, we're heading that way. Along the lake and probably down. Leaving Teal Lake. As much as I'd like to stay here and explore, I just don't think Mother Nature's gonna let me do that. Look at this incredible place I'm in. We are almost back to camp. Okay, there's our lake, our home sweet home, Teal Lake. Camp's right over there. Looks like the wind's been picking up. It blew my shirt off the line. Well, we're gonna be here a while. Here it comes. I was just laying here dozing and it started. Oh yeah. As you can see, it's pooling there and there. All we can do is wait it out. The tent is not leaking. You can see up there that I think the tarp is actually sitting on top of the tent. This is insane. But all this little stuff that I'm not using at the moment, I'm gonna get it all in the pack and get it ready. If we have to bug out of here, jacked up my vestibule now. What a mess. I need to be ready to go if everything just goes to hell. I need to be ready to go. So. Alright, I gotta go. We're gonna stay low. That was close. That was incredibly close. It's now a lake right here, mostly from me emptying the tarp. It was weighing down so heavily on the tent that it almost flattened it. I am very haphazardly packed up, but I got to get out of here for my own safety. Here's our trail. The beginning's a little soggy. I have all day today. It is only 12:45 and all day tomorrow. I'll put the elevation that we're at right now on the screen, and that makes for thinner air. So here's the meadow I was talking about with the world's longest hiking trail boardwalk. Woohoo! I wouldn't call it a hard trail, but definitely moderate. Almost ate it. Hi, buddy. How are you? Just exploring? Older couple were coming up the trail with that dog. That dog's name is Ed. Now, if you're a very indoor person, you like hotels and room service, you would probably hate this hike. Shepherd Lake. And where I camped last time was right over there. Hoover Lake is right down over that. Well, we're leaving Shepherd Lake behind. Don't want to rush through any of this trip. I want to savor every moment. This is Hoover Lake. My first time ever being here. So now the question is, do we keep going left or do we go right? Well, I literally didn't hike very far at all. The sign is right there. And when I come over this way, I come across this huge fire pit. I don't know if this is an actual lake. I will do some research, and if it has a name, I'll put it up here on the screen right now, or I will put on the screen that it has no name. I think this is home for the night. Time to take the pack off and set up camp. Okay, here's the setup. Didn't take me too long. Right now, I am finally worked up an appetite and I am starving. I've just got some various things in here that are kind of left over from different MREs. For lunch today, we are going to have peas in tomatoes to just heat it through. You can see the clouds, how quickly they move. There have been a couple of really good rumbles. We'll just watch it float on by and make a lot of noise. Kind of like my ex-wife. See if I can get it to focus on the cookie. Focus on the cookie. Won't focus on the cookie. Anyway, want some? Let's open this and see what it looks like. It looks more like beans and tomatoes to me. I guess those are peas. Are those black-eyed peas? Want some? Mm-hmm. It's really thick and hearty, very savory. So yeah, thumbs up on this stuff. I have a visitor. The camp is right there. I've decided to do my bear hang over here, up over this dead tree. Beautiful. Yeah, very squishy ground. This looks like an old fire pit. It hasn't been used in a long time. Look at this. You don't see that every day. It almost looks like it says Tony Dugmore or and it's bound with leather. And now we're going to hike that way around the lake. Oh, this is a swamp. Look at this. Man, there's bugs everywhere through here. This is all just a swamp. I'm not gonna keep going. Holy cow, look at this. I was thinking I would try this beverage base powder lemon lime type 2 fortification D. Let's pour it to the 12-ounce mark. Just needs ice. Why didn't I bring ice? It mixed okay. It's not bad. Thought we'd go over here to Hoover Lake and just walk around a little bit. You see the winds kind of troubling the waters. Some black mixed in with it. We've got a fire pit with logs. We've got a flat rock for preparing and cooking on, and even kind of a flat one here as well. You know, here's our sleeping quarters, holding this and squeezing that while there were mosquitoes swarming my face. Just a freaking nightmare. They're everywhere. So the fire is going to come first because I can't stand this. They're making me nuts. So here's the entree. Brisket entree gravy with seasoned beef brisket slices. Wheat snack bread. Irish cream cappuccino powder. Raisins. Thank goodness it's peanut butter and not cheese. Blackberry jam. Au gratin potatoes. This is hilarious. Toffee rolls. You open this and it's Tootsie Rolls. And there we have beverage-based lemonade, toilet paper, salt, a towelette, and gum. I think we'll eat the potatoes first. Alright. Well, this is nice and heated through. So we're going to dig into that. Over there I've got the water reheating with the beef in it. There you go. That looks awesome. Want some? It tastes like it has a sour cream flair to it. Well, the brisket is ready. There you go. Want some? It's dripping. Oh yeah. It's time to hang this up. It occurred to me that a bear can easily scale that tree. But that's where it's going. Well, there it is. Hanging high from the tree. I'm satisfied from dinner. I've just been kind of walking around and God, that's breathtaking. And it's gotten very quiet over here at Hoover. The sun's hitting this quite a bit still. I was just hanging out over here. Happened to notice this on the tree. There's no nest in there. You can't really see in there. But it goes down and into the tree. 8 p.m. I was out walking around and I found this hawk feather. How cool is that? I'm trying to just walk around and check stuff out, but every time I stand still, no matter where it is, near the water, away from the water, it doesn't matter. Bugs. Bing, bing. Flick these little guys all over the place. Really interested to see how many mosquitoes we end up with on that light. Sweet dreams, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. I had a really rough night. I kept dreaming really bizarre dreams. Most of the night I had this hanging outside the bug net, and it attracted a lot of moths. Look at that sunrise. How beautiful is that? The lighting is perfect. Look at that. Stunning. Perfect mirror image. God, that's stunning. Beautiful to wake up to this, but not my best night. And there's the sun in all its glory. I've already got bugs trying to go up my nose. This is freeze-dried granola, strawberries, and bananas with the milk freeze-dried in with it. Just let that kind of soak in. I'm going to move over here. There's too many bugs. Beautiful. You want some? This is not easy, holding a phone and trying to eat and bugs in my face. That's awesome. I have to keep moving. These bugs are 10 times worse this morning than they were all day yesterday. It's been a really good outing, except for my sleep and these bugs. A lot better than waking up to my four walls. Well, sometimes. This will be the first time that I've ever bugged out because of bugs. Do you see them? They just immediately find me. Time to pack up. Get away from this madness. This silent madness. Well, unless they get near your ears. It's really obnoxious, high-pitched, buzzing madness. Well, that's it, guys. I'm all packed up. Welcome back to the Uintas, guys. This is going to make up for that trip that I didn't do, going to the place I planned on going, that I never went. We are on our way to Hope Lake. I don't know if we're going to camp at Hope Lake, but it's right at the top of these cliffs right here. This is Hope Lake. And my campsite is just over there. This is where I was last year. So if you've seen that video, this might look somewhat familiar. It's a bit overgrown. Right now we gotta figure out where to put my hammock. I've given it some thought and consideration. I think my better bet is my second choice, the other campsite across Hope Lake. So I haven't unpacked anything. My pack's still sitting here. So we're gonna hike around the lake over to that other spot. So now we're at the far end. And the campsite that I'm thinking of is right over here. So here's our campsite, plenty of firewood. I'm pretty tired, I need some rest, so this will all help. I'll clean that up. Here is the hammock setup, camp setup. What I did is I pretty much anchored the hammock to the ground on the back side. To raise this up, I braced it with this pine branch, paracord holding this to various trees. I forgot stakes, so that's my bad. Underneath here I've got my food, my cook station, my sit pad. Yeah, I was laying here kind of dozing. Two guys hiked all the way around the lake, and one of them was bragging to the other one about what a cool campsite this is and how it's kind of secluded and no one really knows it's here. And then I'm laying here listening to this conversation. I just stood there and stared like, really? Yeah. First come, first served, dude. Didn't even say hi. They just stopped talking, turned around, headed back. So the plan this evening is just to have dinner and fire and relax and hang out. So we're leaving camp. This is what's behind camp. There's camp from the back. Beautiful view of the notch right there. That's where the thunder is. Hopefully that just rumbles a little and blows over. It's pretty dark. The hikers have been pretty steady along the trail over there across the lake. There's a couple of them there. That's about all the exploring I feel like doing. So here is tonight's dinner. It is menu number 9. Number 9? Number 9? I have no idea what's in this other than beef stew. So we have the main entree. This is beef stew. Multi-grain snack bread. I have some hot sauce. Grape Gatorade. Oh yes they did. They put one of my favorite things in this MRE, and that is the lemon poppy seed pound cake. It's one of my favorite things ever in an MRE. Honey mustard and onion pretzel snack mix. That actually sounds quite delicious. Blackberry jam. Better come with peanut butter and not cheese. It did. It came with peanut butter. There's my spoon. And that's it. That's all that's in that MRE. That's why it didn't feel as heavy. It's starting to rain pretty good on the tarp, but it looks sunny out here, so I'm all kinds of confused. Fill it about halfway. Just a few more minutes. Way more reliable than those heating elements. Okay, I think it's been sitting in there long enough. It's actually super hot. Here's what we're looking at. It smells incredibly like Alpo dog food. And it tastes just like Dinty Moore stew, the canned stuff. Multi-grain snack bread. It's shaped like bread because that's what it is. It says what it does, and it does what it says. You know you want some of this. The food too. That is the sound of no more rain and blue skies and sunshine. These are even better. It says do not eat. Don't believe it. I'm doing it all, man. I'm doing all the hard stuff. I missed. Man, that sucks. I poured a whole bunch of it in the half on my shoe and half in the garbage. Yeah, it's pretty watered down. That sucks. Storm's gone. That's all that's left. It's all blue back there, no clouds. Usually a good 24 hours out here, and now all of this is enough to just make me feel sort of brand new again. I'm a lot warmer and more comfortable. The bugs are gone. So here's hoping for a peaceful night. It's not quite 6 a.m. I'm sleeping really well, and I just got woken up by a coyote. It was a lone coyote, and he was over that direction, just on the other side of Hope Lake. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here around the fire and warm my bones and enjoy sunrise. But right now, I gotta get that down. This may not seem like much, but it's always amazing to me that I started one little Espit tablet on fire last night, and this fire has been faithful ever since. I actually have my coyote friend to thank, because this is about when I wanted to get up so that I could get the day going. There was just one coyote, and he went off just enough to wake me up, yelped and howled. It kind of made me sad for him, because a lot of times what they're doing is trying to find others like him, because he's all alone. So he yelps and howls, and he got no response. Anyway, the first thing on my mind this morning is this trans fat-free lemon poppy seed pound cake. Oh yeah. See, it looks dry. It's actually got some good moisture to it. It's so flavorful. I think from here I'm going to let this kind of peter out. Between this and the lemon poppy seed pound cake, breakfast champions, I should be good. This is a brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tart. There's two of them, but they're always fused together, and rather than pull them apart, I just eat them like this. And then I'll have something to drink, and we'll start cleaning up this area and getting the fire to go out. Just as I was putting out the fire, my 7 a.m. alarm went off. So like 7 a.m. on the money. The sun has risen. Oh, our fire's out. And I've cleaned up. Camp should be left alone. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since this video is a lengthy one, I'm gonna split it into two different videos. Video 1 will be this camp out. Video 2 will be the hike we take beyond Hope Lake. So, my friends, it has been a fun adventure. You can see here the junction, Lofty Lake Loop Trail, 0.1 mile. So the plan tonight is to hike up to Lofty Lake. Then in the morning, we will complete the loop all the way back to the parking lot. There's about a 40% chance of thunderstorms overnight. So, on to Camas Lake. We have some dark clouds out that way. That's our 40% right there. This has been almost entirely uphill. Well, there's Camas Lake. Pretty much how I remember it. Give you the full view of the lake with Bald Mountain in the distance. Scout Peak. We're way up above Camas Lake now. And I hope, we're through the worst of the uphill. Well, I'm gonna stop saying that's the end of the uphill because I had to just come up a whole bunch more uphill. So this is pretty flat. I don't know what's gonna happen after that. So our trail that those people are coming down goes up the side of the mountain. That is a bitch. I'm gonna let this girl pass. That is Cutthroat. And then Teal Lake is hidden over there. And Jewel Lake is over in there. But good Lord, look at this view. Well, all of this flat area is what awaited us at the top. And I'm happy to report that that is Lofty Lake. We are getting rumblings of thunder. It's not a big lake,
But there are fish in here, I checked. How about that? Okay, we came in over there and have come around the lake and up into here. And this is our spot. There's a fire ring here. This is home for the night. This is my view. I need water and I need rest. All right, just a quick rundown. I got the tarp up. That one up first just in case it really started to rain. It is sprinkling. I'll be quiet and you can hear it. Got my hammock set up. As you can see, I've resorted to regular glasses, bug net, longer sleeves. It is a bit buggy. I got a full Nalgene bottle of Lofty Lake. There it is. It's a little gritty. It's 6:20 p.m. How far did we walk from the trailhead? We have gone 5.2 miles and burned 578 calories. So that's how far we went from the trailhead. And that's probably how far we have to go back. So far the rain has been reasonable, but kind of ebbs and flows. I don't know if we're gonna have a fire. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this trip. I feel really accomplished. I did not think I was gonna make it up the side of that mountain. So I've been lounging long enough. I think I'm hungry. And I just realized, because I laid under there for so long, waiting for the rain to stop, that I didn't gather any water. So we will be right back with water. Here's what dinner is. My buddy Kent strikes again. This is his homemade freeze-dried spaghetti. Okay. We may have to move under the... Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. Let's try this again. It's raining just enough. Here's a chunk of it. That's what it looks like. It's really coming down on the lake. Alright, let's make sure that's solid. Don't want anything blowing over. Nice and thick. See that? Want some? Oh, that's good. It's dark, but it's quiet. And there's a little bit of blue sky over there. And the sun is actually hitting the mountain. It's dusk. I think while there's a break, I might try to fish. I'm just not gonna have a fire tonight. Lofty Lake. What a beautiful place. I'm the only person here. Look at this amazing scenery that we get to look at. There goes a fish right there, not very far out. Well, I tried for a while, didn't get any bites. Well guys, it is that time. I'm beat. That was a heck of a hike in. The storm's gone. It's totally gone. And we'll see you bright and early in the morning. Good night. It is 6 a.m., actually about 6:10 a.m. As you can see, I'm packed. I'm ready to go. Everything's in there. I'm propped it up with my water bottle. Happy little moon. It's much bigger in real life. We're gonna go up through and over the other side. Let's go. It's time to get back on the trail and head back to the car. One last look at Lofty Lake. Coming through the pass right now to the other side. Oh my goodness. That is Scout Lake. So we're gonna make our way down to Scout Lake, kind of skirt around the edge of it, and and work our way back to the Pass Lake trailhead. We're the only ones up here. Sunrise. So there's a better shot of picturesque lake. And just to the right, that's the highway. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do. And we just came down through all of that. Sure is nice to be walking downhill. Scout Lake, half a mile. Look what we did. We came from right there. Scout Lake, beautiful. American flag right out there in the middle. Only 0.6 of a mile to the trailhead. And then over here we have Picturesque Lake. There's a better view of Picturesque Lake. I just can't say that. Well, we're finally on some flat, well-maintained trail without all the rocks. And I just passed a couple who said I'm only about a quarter mile from the trailhead, but I'm almost there. I thought I'd already covered that kind of ground since I saw the last sign. But I'm starting to see. Yep, I can see vehicles straight ahead. We did it. We made it back. We completed the Lofty Lake loop and had some adventures along the way. I can't wait to open that car door. That's gonna do it for this adventure, guys. Do yourselves a favor. Get off the couch, get outside in nature, have an adventure. The views are spectacular. And if you can't get off the couch for whatever reason, come along with me. I could use the company. Oh. We'll see you in the next adventure. After I recuperate. Take care, guys.